The F1 rulebook will always be flawed. That's according to Max Verstappen, who recently shared his thoughts on rules that came under scrutiny this season. But at what point does it start becoming his fault, and not the FIA's? That's what we're going to find out today. Lando Norris emerged as a formidable challenger to Verstappen, igniting fierce battles both on the track and in the drivers' standings. Their rivalry reached a boiling point in 3 high-stakes showdowns: Austria, Austin and Mexico, sparking debates among fans. While the stewards weighed in with penalties in each clash, the incidents left the court of public opinion deeply divided. Max Verstappen and Lando Norris found themselves at the centre of controversy this season, with penalties flying in high-stakes battles that tested the limits of Formula One's racing guidelines. At the Red Bull Ring, Verstappen was hit with a 10-second penalty for veering left into Norris during an outside pass attempt at Turn 3, resulting in a collision. The tables turned in Austin, where Norris received a reduced 5-second penalty for overtaking Verstappen off track, a decision justified by the stewards who noted Norris had little alternative due to Verstappen's own line leaving the track. The drama escalated in Mexico, with Verstappen once again slapped with a 10-second penalty for forcing Norris off track, as the stewards affirmed that Britain had secured the apex of the corner. Amid the fallout, the FIA revised its guidelines for wheel-to-wheel combat. George Russell revealed that one regulation, requiring the inside driver to leave room for an outside opponent from apex to exit, is likely being scrapped. He said, "There's a line of regulation that says the inside driver needs to leave room to the guy on the outside from the apex to the exit. I think that's going to be getting binned off. I think the overtaking rules on the outside will not be changing much, and I don't think we've really seen much of a problem with that." Verstappen, though, thinks that the rules will never be fair to everyone, as a driver's point of view is bound to change depending on the situation. "I think it's not that straightforward. Clearly, even between how many seconds that you get," the Dutchman said. "I mean, sometimes they work for you, sometimes they work against you. I think it's never going to be perfect because even if you remove rules, then you get into a battle. Then you want more rules because it's not clear what is allowed or not. Then when you have too many rules, you want less rules. It just keeps on going left and right all the time. Do I think it's over-regulated? Probably yes. I mean, in general, the rulebook is only getting bigger and bigger every single year. I don't think that's always the right way forward." Meanwhile, McLaren rising star Oscar Piastri is pushing for consistency within the FIA ranks, an issue that has plagued the sport's top drivers. "There probably are some tweaks that need to be made," said the McLaren driver. "The FIA has acknowledged that and wants to work with us on that, which is very positive. But I think in general we've got more consistency. Maybe some things can still be a bit more consistent. But I think at least for the stewards, they actually have a set of guidelines as to what kind of rules should be applied. I think we all agree that the rules may be not perfect and should be changed a bit. But at least we have something to look back to which we didn't have before that. So I think things can always be improved. These guidelines haven't been around for that long in the grand scheme of things. Again, you can't write rules, especially in racing, that are going to cover every single possibility and situation. So you always do need a kind of subjective steward to add their thoughts. But yes, I think we're in a much better place than we have been. And the FIA has been very, very supportive of trying to change that with us. But could the problem be with the drivers and not the rulebook? Sky Sports commentator David Croft seems to think so. Max Verstappen's 2024 season was anything but given, marked by high-octane moments on the track and fiery exchanges over the radio. The reigning champion often pushed the boundaries, a trait that has drawn both admiration and criticism. David Croft weighed in on Verstappen's polarising approach during an appearance at Autosport International. Croft expressed his concerns, highlighting instances where the Dutchman's relentless pursuit of victory led him to do what he does to win championships, actions that, while effective, continue to spark debate about safety among fans and pundits alike. He said, "The thing about Max is that he does what he does to win and to be a champion. Now, I do have an issue with it when he goes too far, and when we saw in Mexico, for instance, the 2 incidents with Lando Norris there. Then I've got a bit of a problem with it. Sometimes when he's on the team radio and he makes the odd comment, then occasionally I get a bit of a problem with that." David Croft offered further insight, acknowledging the challenges of reacting to raw and fresh situations during live broadcasts. He explained that both he and colleague Martin Brundle often lack full context when analysing incidents in real time. Despite the on-air criticisms, Croft shared his personal admiration for Max Verstappen. Reflecting on the Dutchman's journey, Croft revealed he has been a fan of the four-time world champion since Verstappen's very first Formula One outing, in FP1 at the Japanese Grand Prix. Because he's got so much talent, and I appreciate talent. Michael Schumacher. We love Michael Schumacher. We love Lewis Hamilton. They're winners. They're champions. We love Sebastian Vettel for all those years, winning 4 titles as well. But he did what he had to do to win as well. And if his teammate got in the way of that, it was collateral damage, as it were. Then so be it, that didn't matter. He was a winner. And maybe we just have to appreciate that Max is a bit of a winner. This win-at-all-costs mentality might come in handy for Verstappen this season, because his new teammate is going after his throat. Jacques Villeneuve has raised questions about Liam Lawson's willingness to play second fiddle to Max Verstappen at Red Bull Racing. Speaking to Action Network, the 1997 world champion suggested that while Lawson's official role may involve supporting Verstappen, the New Zealander likely has his sights set on a much more ambitious goal now that he's joined the team. It's a big chance for Liam Lawson, it's a big opportunity, but we've seen drivers put into the main team right away collapse very quickly. We'll see how mentally strong he is and how good he really is, because we don't know yet. I mean, you cannot take his F2 season, his Japanese season, or his races against Tsunoda as a benchmark. Contractually, Lawson is there to help Verstappen, but in his own head, he's not. In his head, he's there to replace Max, so he will try to be tough and quick. Liam Lawson faces an uphill battle, especially given Red Bull Racing's well-known preference for a clear hierarchy between its drivers. Team boss Christian Horner and advisor Helmut Marko have frequently emphasised the importance of a defined first and second driver structure. And Lawson's entry as Verstappen's support act seems a foregone conclusion given the Dutchman's dominance. For Lawson, standing out in Verstappen's shadow will be a monumental challenge. From the outset, though, Liam Lawson isn't looking to ruffle feathers with Max Verstappen. The New Zealander acknowledges he has a steep learning curve ahead, and is focused on building his experience rather than immediately challenging the four-time world champion. He told Stuff, "Obviously I have to be realistic. And so realistically, I know going in, I'm going to a whole bunch of tracks I've never done before, and it's my first full season. So I'm not expecting to go in there and fight with him for race wins instantly." That being said, he confirms that he won't be taking it easy on Max. But obviously, I'm expecting to perform well, and do the drive that the team needs me to do. And I'm obviously not there to lose either. I'm only there for one reason. So it's exciting. Can Liam Lawson pull the impossible off and outperform Max Verstappen in his first year as the Dutchman's teammate? Let's talk about it in the comment section down below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thanks for watching.